It's November 17th, 2022. I'm Todd Dunn, and today I am back in the Bass Harbor Town Park, and because I got a letter from one of my viewers, and he pointed out some interesting things. I'll say thank you, Mr. Black. So I wanted to come back here and show some of the things that he mentioned to me, not the least of which is this vacant lot here and where the post office is. And he pointed out that this was the location of the H.G. Reed store. I did a little research on it. Here's a picture in this location right here. Until 1991, on January 2nd, when it burned down. And sometime after that, the United States Post Office was built here. And he also mentioned, when I panned around here, that he saw his grandparents' house. His description was a little vague, so I'm not sure which house it was, but I am going to show a number of the houses you can see from here, and hopefully I'll pick it up again for him and give him a little better view. That was an interesting little bit of history. I had often wondered what was across the street from where I am now, where the post office is. There's a vacant lot there, and I had heard that there was a gas station there. And indeed, the Reed store did have a gas station. And I want to show you something. Here in the town park is a plaque dedicating this little park to Hollis G. Reed, H.G. Reed. So he apparently made this park possible across the street from his store. Now, I'm going to do one other little thing for Mr. Black, my viewer, and that is I am going to take a trip out to Richtown Road, which is a bit north of Bass Harbor on the western side of Mount Desert Island. It's only, say, 2 miles north, and we're going to look for his other grandparents' home. So, and he'll know which one it is when I go by it. I'm not going to explicitly say I think this is it, based on his description, but he'll be able to tell me if I did indeed pass it. So let's hop in the car and head over there. Now, here is another home that may have been Mr. Black's grandparents' home. I'm not sure from the description. And we're gonna drive down McMullen Avenue to the waterfront. And here are the other houses along the way. And some of these are newer and may not be Now, to give you a reference for where I'm headed to over to Richtown Road, right now I'm at the extreme northern end of Bass Harbor. As you can see, there's not much water here, a lot of mud. When the tide is fully out, this is all mud. And right now, I am quite literally at the Bass Harbor Bernard Village line. Looking back east that way is Bass Harbor, and over here is Bernard. Remember, Bass Harbor is on the east side of the harbor and Bernard is on the west side. So we're going to head now a bit north and go up the west side of the island a little bit until we get to Richtown Road. All right, I just left the north end of Bass Harbor, and here's the turn. If you went left here to go out to Bernard and the Tremont Town Dock, and we'll continue out here a little bit. And it is not very far out to Richtown Road. Now, Richtown is an area where one of the relatively prominent families here on this part of Mount Desert Island was more or less concentrated, and that's the Rich family. There were lots of riches, there still are lots of riches here, and many of them historically have been boat builders. And we're going to talk a little bit about that in an upcoming video, although I will mention the Rich boat builders a little bit in this video. Okay, so here we are. We're going out here. We're just going to get a little bit further out, and we're going to turn left on Richtown Road right here. And I'm going to film as we go out here. And the one thing I'm going to say is that my viewer, Mr. Black, told me that there used to be one of the Rich brothers boat building operations out on this road. And I've looked at the area on Google Maps, and I can't see anything that looks like it was a boat building shed. So I don't know precisely where that operation would have been located. But we'll take a look at the houses as we drive by them. Here we go. Here's the first house we're going to pass, a small house. And on the other side, a little bit bigger house. A nice old house here. And as we continue down here, we get some homes that are a little harder to see. A little small cottage there, and another home there. Right here at the corner of the road. And as we continue out, here are some more homes. There's one back there that I can't really see, but I think the camera's getting it. As we head around Richtown Road. There's the road, Rich Brothers Way. Now, the area here, this is just a little loop road. It goes down where we just came, and then over and runs along the south shore of Duck Cove, which is one of the coves on the west side of Mount Desert Island. And we will come out here, and what I think I'm going to do is turn around and go back the other way so that I can show a little bit better views of some of the homes. Here are some homes that are along the shore of Duck Cove, which you can just catch a glimpse of a little bit through the trees. Up here, and I'll see if I can turn around and go the other way. Now, here we go, the other way on Richtown Road, which isn't very long. We are kind of into the sun for a little bit right now. You can see the water through the trees. To the right, that's Duck Cove. And this particular road is noteworthy not for all the riches that used to live here, but also because Parsons Landscaping is out here, which is one of basically two landscaping companies in this area, where you can go and get your flowers and vegetables and the like. So here we come back out to the area where my viewers' grandparents may have lived. I said I'm not sure which house it was, but one of them. There's a house there. Rich Brothers Way. No doubt some riches lived here. Ocean View Road, private. Many of the side roads off these town roads like this are private. And here's Parsons Garden Center. You can always go in there and get some flowers and, you know, tomato plants and things like that in the spring. And we'll continue out here. Now, as I said, there used to be, according to my viewer, one of the Rich Brothers boat building operations along this road. I haven't seen anything that looks like it might be a boat building operation now, so I don't know where it was. Anyway, so that wraps up this quick video, which was made mostly in response to the letter I got from Mr. Black. I hope that I showed both the homes of both of his sets of grandparents and gave him a little bit of nostalgia here in the town of Tremont on the west side of Mount Desert Island. So if you enjoyed this little look at just another bit of the town of Tremont, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't, why don't you consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching.